Hey, whilst developing Mists of History, our radio drama, we did a listening party when we had a completed version, a completed draft of the radio drama, and during that time, we basically got a lot of feedback from people saying that the story was confusing, elements weren't too good, so there was like some sounds were louder than others, and basically we took that on board, and I just wanted to make this video just to show basically some of the things that we did, some of the changes we made. Yeah, so like when someone said like maybe the voices aren't loud enough and the sound effects are, we went back. We used sound envelopes and we changed that. So this is just really highlighting some points and saying what we've done and stuff. We noticed that the storyline could get quite confusing through bits still, and so to fix this, we decided that we'd go back and look at the different parts of the drama, and we switched some scenes around, particularly in the ending scenes where Pandora is in 1940s Britain. We decided that there was bits that we could switch around and cut out. We also added in fresh new lines that explained what was going on a lot more. So instead of just having a run out and being grabbed by the thieves, we actually had sort of a scene where Barry sort of explains that times are tough and that he had to sell her to them. Um, and yeah, it sort of makes more sense in that way, and hopefully we added a few more sound effects so that it actually made it a lot clearer what was going on. After the audience had actually noted to us that there was problems with the volume of sound effects and characters' voices, we decided that we'd go back and edit each individual sound effect and vocal clip instead of using master volume. And we did this by using sound envelopes on Soundtrack Pro, which you can see through the QuickTime video, which is later on this in this Prezi. But yeah, we did this by it's basically going in and editing all these sound envelopes, and it now you now can tell that the voices are at a better level. You can hear them over certain sound effects, and certain sound effects such as the guns are a lot quieter now, so that unless they really need to be loud, they sort of just fit in realistically. And it sounds a whole lot better technically and more realistic, I think, war-wise. We found that location became quite a problem, and people realised where we were. So we decided that we went back and we made the oral signposting a lot better, so that sound effects that we played made a lot more sense. So you could tell when the war scene was going on, and like when we were using a house of we used things like doors slamming and grandfather clocks to sort of add that essence that we weren't in the street anymore, we weren't in a war anymore. And it was sort of really all signposting it, as well as directly saying that we were in certain places. Like during the 1940s war scene where Pandora was like, they're invading, they're invading. You have the sirens. You sort of signifies the idea of war. Um, but however, we did add again, as I said earlier, we did add more lines to sort of make more sense, and we also added some more sound effects so that it was clear that 1940s was a flashback for Pandora, and that the men had, the men weren't from this era. Just so it made more sense, really. That sort of backs up the idea that the story was a bit confusing.